What's happening? What's happening? Been a minute since I uploaded a video. Just been grinding. I'm at home now. But I've been at Dart for about just over a month. And it's been cool, man. I got one of the biggest checks I ever got. $1,400 in a week. I ran 2,900 miles to get it. You know, and I know some of the more experienced truckers like, man, that's a lot. Da-da-da. Yeah. But you know what? You got to crawl before you can walk. I'm trying to look at the positive. I got a good truck. They actually, I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but they actually gave me a lease driver's truck. So I don't have a camera on the inside, and it goes, I think I'm like governed at like 70 something. So that's cool. It's a Freightliner Cascadia. It's pretty decent, you know, nice and clean. I did have a breakdown. It was a starter, but I guess that's just a common breakdown. Your starters go out. I had a real good dispatcher when I first got there. Her name was Robin. I guess she's just there for the beginner. She was cool. Got a new dispatcher now. And I mean, he all right, but now I don't know if it was a mix-up or something like that. But we had a little issue. I didn't really say nothing to him about it, but it's regarding my home time and how he went about it. It's whatever, it's gonna happen. I think he just knew that I was green, so he can, he threw some stuff on me that, an experienced, OTR driver or, somebody with some experience would have knew better not to do. So I'll put that on me and I'll put it as a learning experience. Now, that being said, I ain't got no real complaints about him. For one, I don't really know no better, right? They give me the load, I just take it and I go. Now, I get some short ones, but I get some good ones too every now and again. When I first started, my first few weeks, man, it was all good loads. I'm talking about, 800 plus, nothing less than like 650. And I still think I get good loads. I think where I mess up at is setting my ready time, like letting them know when I'm ready for another load and running my clock. I should be better at it by now, but you know what? I ain't rushing the process. I'm learning a couple new tricks. So I don't think I should be making anything less than $1,250. You know what I mean? Once I get it right. They are available to me when I call and I got questions. They are, but after certain times and on the weekends, you got a whole nother dispatcher because it's the nighttime people and the weekend people, and they don't communicate with each other. So if you set something up with them at night, you got to make sure you tell your day dispatcher or send a message or something like that, because they do not communicate with each other. And I'm pretty sure they'll probably go with any company you at. I'm just sitting there enjoying a cigar. So, yeah, man, it's been cool. Yeah, it sucked not being at home, but I ain't gonna lie. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, right? Because for one, yeah, I just got my girl here, her kids. But my kids, me and my ex been separated for a while. So I moved out of state over like 2 years ago. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say adjusted, but it is what it is, You wanna know what I'm smoking? That Cohiba. From Nicaragua, not from Cuba. I wish though. So as far as like missing my kids and stuff like that, I already been missing them. So this ain't really nothing new. Yeah, I miss my girl and stuff like that, but when it's time to grind and get that money, you're gonna make some sacrifices. So one thing I noticed too, the longer you stay out, the more money you're gonna make, right? Because I go back out tomorrow afternoon maybe, and I know that my check is gonna be short my next 2 checks are probably gonna be a little short. So my check coming up on Friday is gonna be short because I didn't run all week last week because I went home like Friday or something like that. So I'm gonna be missing like 2-3 days. And then coming out for next week is gonna be short because I'm gonna be missing like 2 days or something like that. But each check should be no less. This next check might be a little bit short, like probably 600. But next week should be about 8, 9. And then after that, I'll be back to the money. And that's per week. And again, like I done said in a few of my other videos, man, look, you just got to remember where you came from. Remember what, you'll work 2 weeks to get a $1,000 check. And that was doing hard work, loading boxes and stuff like that at a warehouse, Now, you're going to make twice that in a week sitting on your butt. So, remember where you came from when you're getting into this company driver position, OTR, regional, whatever. Always remember where you came from. Now that being said, I'm making good money, right? Granted, I'm not making the money that I want to make, but I'm well on my way, man. Like I can see it, and just got to get that experience up. And don't be scared to try new things. Just because it don't work for one person and they tell you, oh, this ain't gonna work, man, you got to go for what you know. Go with your move, because their situation ain't your situation. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. I want to keep it short. But yeah, man, my young folks, man, if my young men and women, you 18, man, go get that CDL if you ain't got nothing else going on. If you don't really know what you want to do, you're not a student, look into some sort of skilled trade. I think the CDL route is probably one of the most easiest routes. You go to school for a month and they're gonna give you a card, say CDLA, and it's gonna put some money in your pocket. You're gonna keep a job. You feel me? Just be responsible. Make sure you take care of it. Don't be getting no more speeding tickets and all that stuff. And if your driving record already messed up, don't think it's an automatic, just a no-go for you. Because there's people driving around right now with DUIs and all type of stuff on their driver record. Only, sometimes it's gonna take time. Because the time is gonna pass. It's what you do with that time that counts. All right? I spoke on another video about, just being around negative people, or being in the hood, being in an environment where it's just, you feel a little oppressed, or you just feel like, man, this is as good as it get. If you feeling like that, you gotta do something drastic about it, man. You gotta get up out of that. Like I said, man, $50-$60, get you a Greyhound ticket going to wherever. Get up out of that situation. And surround yourself with go-getters. Surround yourself with people who are working towards something. Surround yourself with entrepreneurs. Like, I don't think I shared this story, but I got a cousin, he with the street shit. And one day we was walking downtown Minneapolis, and it was a nice ass Ferrari, one of them old school Ferraris, red, clean. We walking past, we both like, dang, man, that's nice, man. Ooh, and all this and all that, And cuz just kind of stopped and did a hawk spit, spit on the car. And I'm like, man, why would you do that? He like, shit, I ain't gonna never have one. And I remember thinking right then, like what? Like, that's how you really feel? You know what I mean? Like, I knew then, like, all right, I gotta limit the time that I spend around you. You feel me? Because that'll rub off on you. You'll start seeing stuff like that, and start seeing like that, especially if you look up to this person and they say some shit like that. Like, man, it was Yeah, it was some hating ass shit. It was. It was literally, that's what it was. Some hate. It was hate. You had no reason to do that. And be careful when you hang around people like that. Like I said, don't just watch that person. Watch how they treat. Don't focus on how they treat you. They might treat you like the best person in the world, but if they treat people around you like shit, or other people like shit, man, just know, like, all right, you know, ain't like you ain't gotta hate them, but I would definitely limit my time with them, you know, because it'll rub off on you. Before you know it, you'll be looking at stuff like, man, forget these big houses and all this and all that. I don't need that. I ain't gonna ever have it anyway. Or I can't get it because I'm this, because I'm that. You know, they ain't gonna give me a shot. Man, bump that. Write you some goals down. I don't care how big they is. Write them down. Know what you want. Write it down and focus on it. And eliminate all the BS that's gonna stop you from getting it. Eliminate all the excuses. You feel me? No excuses. None. No excuses, man. Anything that's gonna stop you from doing what you want to do is an excuse. So yeah, man, just take that how you want to take it, but that's coming from a 33-year-old man. You know, you 18, 19, 20, 22. You feel me? Like I got a little bit of time on you and a little bit more experience in life than you might have. Granted, my experience might be different from yours, but just understand that the time is gonna go by. Before you know it, you're gonna look up and you're gonna be 33, God willing. You know, you'll be 33. You'll have a little gray popping up every time you look in the mirror. You feel me? You might have a couple kids running around and you know, you'll sit back and look, okay, for the last 10 years, you know, if you're not where you want to be at, you spent the last 10 years, 5 years working towards where you at right now. Every decision you make is going to lead you to where you at right now. Even if you're 22, every decision you done made since you was 17, 15, led you to right where you at right now. So understand that, you know, people not going to want to just do things for you forever. They'll work with you while you're young. You got potential, this, that, and the other, but I promise you, the older you get, the less people gonna want to do for you. You're gonna figure out real quick, hey, if I don't do it, it won't get done. And don't be sitting around blaming somebody else for your problems. You made those decisions. Oh, I can't do that because I got this, I got that. Yeah, but what did you do to get this and that? Like I told y'all, I am a convicted felon. And I can blame, you know, me getting in trouble on whoever I want. I can point the finger at whoever. But at the end of the day, I got that stain on my record myself from the decisions that I made and things that I allowed to happen. You feel me? It ain't nobody else's fault but mine. And yeah, of course, you got a felony. It's going to be a lot of those that shut on you, period. You know, if you can't fix it, if you can't, you know, get it expunged or whatever the hell. Yeah, it's going to make it harder for you to do some things, but you know, it ain't gonna stop you from achieving success. Only you will do that. You know, there's plenty of dudes that did 15 years getting out doing better than I am. Within, you know, a year or two of getting locked up, and they've been sitting down for 15 years. So yeah, you think about that. I got a partner, he had to go do some time. You know, 2 years, got out, man, got right back to it. You feel me? So just know that it's out there for you. It's not impossible. You know, the only limitations you have is the ones you place on yourself. So try to keep that positive energy, keep that good outlook on life, find something good to look forward to. You know, especially if you got kids, man. You got responsibilities. It ain't just about you no more. You could be young. You could be 15 with a baby right now. Guess what? You got to get to business. You got to get to work. You got business to take care of. You got a whole life that's dependent on you. 100%. That baby can't do nothing for itself. It's looking at mama. It's looking at daddy. So I don't want to preach to you, but I'm just stating facts. So yeah, man. That's pretty much it. I'm just sitting back and just enjoying, man. Just trying to reflect, stay grounded, stay positive, and just remember, man. Remember where you came from. Remember them hard times you had that you made it through. You know. So if you can make it through that, man, you can make it through anything. And even though it take time, that's cool. The time gonna go by regardless. It's what you do with that time that counts. You know, if you're blessed enough to, get a lot of time. Because if y'all, if we from similar backgrounds, think about the friends that you had since elementary who ain't here no more. Who dead over some dumb shit, over nothing at all. Who now they serving life, serving 30 years. They gotta go sit down and do that time. And you still out here. You still got your freedom. If you ain't got nothing else, you got your freedom. So just think about that. And just go for it, man. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fall. Well, you ain't gonna fail unless you quit. But you're gonna have some roadblocks. You're gonna have some setbacks. That just comes with it. Period. It ain't nobody alive right now who is successful without experiencing some sort of adversity. And it's about overcoming that adversity. So, yeah, take that. Shit. So yeah, take that little bit of advice from a 33-year-old. You feel me? Who done already made some mistakes. I done made the mistakes for you. I done did all the bullshit for you. So you don't gotta do it. You ain't gotta go through it. That's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. Y'all be easy, 100.